Hey guys, Dan here from DansTube.tv, and today I'm really excited to show you guys my experiences with the HTC Vive. So I went over to my friend's house recently and we played around for about 3 hours with the Vive. We tested out Waltz of the Wizard, Hollow Point, Space Pirate Trainer, and the Brookhaven Experiment, as well as a few other VR games. Now, one thing that blew me away initially was the immersion that I experienced while playing this. I've played around with a variety of different VR headsets before, most of them being smartphone headsets, and the majority of them are just experiences. You just have a simulator, you sit there and you kind of look around and you just experience the virtual reality world, but you don't actually get to immerse yourself because you can't interact with objects, you can't interact with the environment, and you don't really have any control over what happens. That is where the HTC Vive really stands out. We have two sensors in the room and they allow you to set up a virtual perimeter just to ensure that you don't hit into a wall or your computer or something crazy like that. But it's really easy to set that up, and then you have the two controllers and the headset. When I picked up the controllers, I was initially surprised at how lightweight they are, but they are built really well and they can withstand a lot of wear and tear. On top of that, the headset was actually really lightweight, but again is built really nicely. I love the design of the headset, and the controllers, as weird as they look, actually work really well and feel really nice to hold. Seeing as this is the first generation Vive, it is extremely expensive. Now, in Australia, it's about $1,000 shipped to your house, and that includes shipping, which is about $100. $1,000 is a lot of money to invest in a headset, and on top of that you need a powerful computer to run this. It won't run off any piece of crap. It needs to actually be able to play the game and power the headset as well, so you need something decent. And then on top of that, you really need to have a decent playroom, because you don't want to be playing this in a small little room. We played this in a decent sized room and it actually worked really well. You can walk around and you can interact with the environment quite a lot. Another con would be the foam that surrounds the mask. It does get a little bit sweaty when you're playing intense games like Hollow Point or Space Pirate Trainer. I feel like the hardware on this first generation unit is top notch. Everything runs smoothly and everything looks amazing on the headset itself. Now, at the end of the day, it now all comes down to the actual developers. We've got a really great unit here and we do have some fun games, but we need to see the developers really pushing the boundaries. When it comes to games like the Brookhaven Experiment, Space Pirate Trainer, and Hollow Point, these games really impressed me. They're immersive, they're fast-paced, and they're fun, but at the end of the day, they are arcadey games, and every game that I played is super arcadey. Now, this technology here is mind-blowing. It is actually an amazing experience to move close to an object and have the depth of field shift on you, so everything in the foreground is focused and the environment in the background is just blurred out. That was amazing. Even when I got down on my knees to check out the blades of grass on the floor, or maybe a shelf on Waltz of the Wizard, or even just a bag on the floor, the detail is amazing, and it's great that it actually tracks your movement. That to me just blew my mind and took the immersion to the next level. The Brookhaven Experiment was actually really satisfying. You have a torch in one hand and you have a pistol in another hand. Now, we only played the demo, so I'm sure the full version has a lot more to offer, but in the demo version I just noticed myself getting super immersed into the experience. This was the one where I got down on my knees and actually checked out the grass and the bag on the floor, but it was great because you would actually have to track the battery life on the torch and the laser on your gun, as well as the light on your gun, and these were things that you could upgrade as you progress through the waves, and just a really satisfying game mode. The detail on the zombies was insane. They were gory as hell, and as you pop their arms off, their arms would go flying. You could get a headshot and their heads would just explode, and when I got up close you can even see the detail of the toenails, which was really kind of gross and full on, but again very immersive, and I noticed myself smiling and laughing a lot, as sick as that is. But just to actually experience this, I've been wanting to try a VR headset that is true immersive VR, and the HTC Vive is that. From my experiences in the 3-hour lot that I got to play around and watch Joe play this game and multiple games, it was just really satisfying, guys. There are some amazing games out, but like I said, I feel like this technology is very early on, and to truly experience this and to truly invest money and time into a VR headset, I feel like maybe wait a little bit, because right now the first generation is amazing, the hardware's great, but the software or the development behind it is still a little bit arcadey. I don't feel like anyone has really got an edge on a game right now. It doesn't feel like there's a fully fledged release that you can just sink hours into. It's very arcadey, jump into it, shoot a couple of people, or explore a little bit, or whatever it may be, and then you kind of move on from that game. You don't get completely immersed into a storyline or into some sort of adventure or anything, but amazing nonetheless. Certain AAA titles, like some racing games, have enabled the ability to use HTC Vive, so that means that while you're driving your car, while you're using your controller, you can have the headset on and you can look around and interact with the environment to some extent. You can experience what it feels like to be inside the car. Now if you have a driving wheel and some pedals as well as a gear stick, and you have the HTC Vive on, now that is just a full-on VR experience, and that would be really satisfying. But like I said, there's nothing that's blown me away in terms of the movement VR, where you can actually move around your room and immerse yourself in a true VR experience. But nonetheless guys, this is a really cool headset. If you have the money for it, then definitely check it out, because development is going to be ramping up now that there's so much popularity behind this unit, and in the coming years, or even just in the year ahead of us, I can see some great titles coming out, guys. So I'd love to know what you think in the comments below. I will have my full review in the coming days. Thank you so much for watching though. Please share this video if you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of the video, and have a fantastic day guys. Peace out.